The creation of universe is a mystery till date, but the evolution of the human is discovered amidst various objections, perceptions, and myths. These are based on certain philosophies, religious beliefs, and scientific theories. Human is known as the most intelligent creature on earth. As a part of human civilization, language too emerged as a medium of communication. It grew with the growing mind capacity of the human. It is believed that the humans initially interacted through creating sounds in order to express their feelings and emotions. Eventually, they reached the stage of sharing pictorials for better communication. Then, they developed a standard script which was immensely influenced by pictorials. The first language of the world is still a topic of debate. However, a majority of the world recognizes Sanskrit as the mother of all languages. One reason for this could be that the world's most oldest books or records were found in Sanskrit text. Vedas is one of such records. Vedas. The term Vedas means knowledge. Vedas is knowledge that is known as Shruti and Smriti. Shruti means what is heard. Smriti refers to what is remembered. There are 4 Vedas. They are Rigved, Yajurved, Samved, and Atharvaved. Just as humans only had sounds and pictorials as a medium of communication, Vedas was also in the form of sound, which was only heard and remembered at the time where there was no standard script or text. In order to share the same with the new generations, it was necessary to convert it into a script. This is how Vedic Sanskrit came into play. The knowledge was displayed in Vedic Sanskrit text, which was quite complex and extensive. Vedic Sanskrit has 63 or 64 characters. That includes 23 vowels and 42 consonants. To turn it into a more standard version, classical Sanskrit was generated for more ease of understanding when compared with Vedic Sanskrit. Classical Sanskrit has a total of 52 letters, that is, 16 vowels and 36 consonants. Sanskrit's grammar is referred to as Panini. The first book of Panini grammar is Ashtadhyayi, which contains 8 chapters. This work sets the linguistic standards for the classical Sanskrit. There were many publications too, but this particular 8-chapter book was the most systematically presented and the most known of. Sanskrit grammar has the capacity for creating any number of new words for a new situation, concept, or a thing. The word count of Sanskrit language is 102 billion and 785 million. Sanskrit has the power to structure a sentence with a minimum number of words than any other language. Birth of other languages. All the languages started in a primitive form with incomplete structure of alphabets. They had only a few words which were just sufficient for a certain extent of communication. The same goes for English, which is one of the global languages in the modern world. In 800 AD, when it rooted from West Germanic languages, it was in an absolute primitive form. As it developed, it assimilated about 30% of its words from Latin and numerous words from French and Greek. In the beginning of the 17th century, in 1604, when its first dictionary was published in London, it only had 3,000 words. An alphabetical table containing and teaching the true writing and understanding of difficult and unusual English words were borrowed from Hebrew, Greek, Latin, and French. This is somewhat the similar story applicable to all ancient and modern languages that started with a primitive stage. Mother of all languages. There has never been any change in the kind, class, or nature of Sanskrit grammar. This is because of the exact nature of pronunciation of its 52 characters and science of word formation.
जटाटवीकलज्जलप्रवाहपावितस्थले कलेवलम्ब्यलम्बिताम्बुजङ्गतुङ्गमालिकां डमड्डमड्डमड्डमन्निनाथवट्टमर्वयं चकार चण्डताण्डवं तनोतु नः शिवः शिवम् जटाकटाः सम्भ्रमभ्रमन्निलिम्पनिर्झरि विलोलवीचवल्लरी विराजमानमूर्धनि धगद्धगद्धगज्ज्वलल्ललाटपट्टपावके किशोरचन्द्रशेखरे रतिः प्रतीक्षणं मम
When a language is spoken by less educated people in a society, the pronunciation of the word changes to some extent. And when these changes travel by word of mouth to another region or land with some generation gap, it permanently transforms to a different shape or form. For example, the Sanskrit word matra with a long A and a soft T becomes mater in Greek and mother in English. The last two words are called as upbrans in Sanskrit. Upbrans is considered as any partially mispronounced Sanskrit word. Such upbrans of Sanskrit words are found in all languages of the world. This situation itself proves that Sanskrit was the world's mother language. Uniqueness of Sanskrit. As far as nouns and pronouns are concerned, there are words for all the three genders, namely male, female, and thing. Each word has 21 forms of its own, which covers every situation. Then there is a very elaborate and precise system of composing, phrasing, and making a sentence, joining two words and coining any number of words according to the need. How is Sanskrit applicable to all times? Scientists believe that Sanskrit is also helpful in speech therapy, besides helping in mathematics and science. And its correct pronunciation improves the tone of speech. It develops concentration, encourages imagination, and improves memory retention as well. There is also a perception that Sanskrit may become the space language. This means it will be utilized for the operations related to space and astronomy. The reason behind this is the ability in Sanskrit to express any situation in a minimal number of words. Also, the proper structure of the Sanskrit language brings out the meaning of the sentence much better than any other language with no confusion. Someone can directly code in binary or think only in Perl, C, C++ scope. Unfortunately, non-programmers don't think beyond such levels. So they need speed, performance like binary, and human understandable script with less and logical control structure beyond the regular ones. Sanskrit fulfills all these requirements. There are many articles that state that NASA considers Sanskrit as the best language for computer programming. If this turns true, there will be a Sanskrit learning revolution all over the world. Sanskrit connects to the most initial stage of human communication. It reveals a lot about the human behavior in that case. It opens a door to how many things started in the world. Many archaeological sites bear evidence written in Sanskrit script, which is only readable by those who have studied it. Therefore, it is a useful language for historians, archaeologists, and researchers. On the other side, many scholars have taken up Sanskrit as a language to learn because of its futuristic scope that has already commenced. Therefore, Sanskrit opens a door to the future as well. Sanskrit, as it is very much connected with the first chapters of communication, it will remain connected with the coming developments of human interaction as well.